Welcome.
First and goal. Mahomes swings this. It's there! Hardman! Jackpot! Kansas City! Ready, down! Put.
Hello? You play to win the game. I don't want winners. I want people that want to win.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the show. It's the Play Call Sheet on a Monday. We are watching ESPN Monday Night Football, but we are also watching the Simpsons feed. That's right. We do it for you guys. I know you're curious about the Simpsons feed.
As well as the Manning cast with Belichick.
Let me watch the Manning cast. There we go.
Hey, we cover everything. You may not.
In the building.
We are watching it.
We got Meta Wad in the building. What's going on, y'all?
Yeah, baby, we here. Get him. Damn, man, come on, man. Scrubs, man.
Who you got? Who you got money on that you got? Where you wilding like that?
Cowboys fan, what you talking about? I'm rooting for my boys, dog.
It don't mean nothing. You better be playing ball.
Especially versus the Bengals, man. Let's let everybody know my hatred.
Oh, because of how much you be hating. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. This is a game that was already scheduled and circled. Laughing clown about, but
you circled this last year when we got the schedule.
Supposed to be the most important game of the season, but it's not. But it is all.
You are joining us for Overreaction Monday. Here we are.
Overreaction Monday. Shout out to my man, Coach, though. He at the game tonight. Shout out to Coach.
Coach in the I'm giving out a business. Coach in the T-Mobile suite.
Yeah.
That's why he went. He said if it were just some regular nosebleeds, he probably would have been on the show still. But he's drinking beer, eating peanuts, even though he can't probably have neither of those things right now. But he's doing it anyway.
Man, Jerry, man. Let's go, man. How's everybody weekend, though? Everybody weekend was good?
Yeah, for the most part. You know, we got to watch a lot of football and everything like that. Yeah. You know, it's always a good weekend. We can relax and watch some good games and stuff like that. College football was on fire too this weekend. So
Jamal Chase with a touchdown, man. 7-up.
I mean, for some people's team, yeah.
Yeah, for some people's team.
Oh, yep. Man. Yeah, man. Some people's teams had to go down drain, and you got a lot of fan bases that are like, why aren't we in? And then there's some teams that's like, man, we might as well just pack it up for the season, man. It's a wrap. We got $1 tickets in New York. The Saints Giants game yesterday, and that's the
that was $1 tickets for real.
Yes, $1 tickets on Game Time. There's an app basically that you can get.
Oh yeah.
It was $1 for a section, a certain section at this Giant Stadium where they was selling $1 tickets. They were selling $8 as well.
Touchdown Bengals.
Yep, Jamal Chase.
Exactly who I needed to score, even though I'm already winning in fantasy and I can't lose.
Yeah, my games are pretty much over right now, man. This game.
Fantasy season's over for your boy. It was a great season. I kind of threw the towel in after like week 3, mentally, not in terms of the game, because I feel like I should have just did what I did, just being in the league. But honestly, I'm done with fantasy football, man. And I was still in the last week to possibly make the playoffs. So I mean,
so you're done. I might have a whole new strategy to picking players because I'm in the playoffs for all 3 of my leagues right now, and I'm in first place in 2 of them. The only 2 I really care about, I'm in first place. We got the STWF league, first place. Actually, no, I'm lying. I'm in the playoffs in that one, and I'm first place in the league with my cousin, which is like a bunch of people who are insane. It's good. It's good to be winning. My strategy was fill up my queue, like try to order the queue correctly, and then I didn't even auto draft.
Oh, okay.
Real GM boys.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I put the pieces in motion. Let someone else handle it. Delegate.
Yeah. It's rankings together. That's all. It's all about, man.
You just gotta get you
Sticking
money
true to your
now.
rankings.
You just gotta get you money now to travel to these pro days and such.
I know, right?
Training camps and stuff like that.
It just,
You don't really
just did.
Then you immediately have the sleepers, right? Like like
touchdown.
Like if we was at training camps, everybody would have knew what that man Irving was gonna do this year. And I drafted him in the late rounds because I was like, yo, he might start for them, but he didn't start, and I released him and ended up having to trade for his ass later in the season. But yeah, man, sleepers. You walked into the Simpsons like broadcast, like we lost Dale. Dale
they got itchy and scratchy like tied to the first down post. Like, this is
yo, I need a link. I need to find this. I gotta, because now you making it sound better than it probably even is.
it's just late. It's way late now. They did Bart Simpson to Ralph for the touchdown. That's what it was.
Ralph is Ralph.
Yes.
You couldn't get he should be Bart. He should have been Bart. So they made Joe Burrow Bart. But he did it Ralph, huh?
Yeah, Ralph.
I stick by my Millhouse. Should have been Millhouse.
Ralph cut the touchdown. Bro.
Who's Homer? Has Homer made a appearance?
I haven't seen Homer yet.
They saving him for like a kicker or something. Brandon Aubrey
field goal post look like it's made out of Krusty Burgers.
Seems like they didn't put a lot of thought into that. They just kind of. They're no Nickelodeon. I'll say that.
This is exactly what I'm watching right here. Okay?
Oh, but that's it. All right, we're flagged.
That's the wrong number on that jersey right there.
This isn't a video, right? This is just a screenshot.
No, it's just a screenshot.
Good.
Of,
if that shit runs for 2 seconds,
no,
we'll never be back on YouTube.
That was great though.
Yeah, man.
Okay. That totally throwing me off my game.
Focus.
I promise.
Focus.
I am totally thrown off by this. So yeah, we got Monday Night Football. It's 7-7. We're tied up there. It's still in the first quarter, right?
Yep, two of the top 4 receivers in the league caught touchdowns.
Your Simpson cast ain't tell you yet? What are you asking questions for? You should know.
We got a lot of
how
stuff
many
going
points
on, right?
How many points is Bart up? That's all I'm saying. Like, figure it out.
Going on. Oh, my goodness, man. Yes, it's top notch stuff here.
We've turned this into the Itchy and Scratchy show.
All right, man. Let's get into our top story for the week, and that's Jonathan Brooks re-tears his ACL this week. Horrible. It's the same ACL he was recovering from and had made the comeback from. It was non-contact. He just went down, and that's a wrap for his season.
Yeah, if it wasn't for bad luck, bro wouldn't have any luck, because that's crazy. Man. Shout out to that man. I hope he gets back speedy recovery. Again, that's rough. Yeah, do we ask questions about who repaired that knee?
I would ask questions about that. He's a rookie.
Or who gave him the green to come back?
That's what I'm saying. That's the question. Who gave him the green to come back? Because to me, you gave Chubbard the extension. So you knew he was going to be.
He called him Chubbard, which actually works because it's Chuba Hubbard. That's fucking amazing.
So it doesn't. To me, it's like he's a player. So yeah, go out, but this is a rookie on the injury scale. Like, I'm letting him progress and regret the way he needs to be, man, and not be out there. It's sad, non-contact injury, man.
Just like you said, rookie on a rookie deal. I understand it's not my money being spent, but I also will say it's not a lot of money being spent. He should not have seen the field this season. There was no reason to play him. So I'm feeling for him. I know I'm feeling for him, but I know it's not like he was forced to play. He wanted to play. So by all means, I get that part. But like,
yeah, I mean, he was just running. He didn't get hit. So what's the likelihood that this would have happened again, like on a practice field or something like that? Because the kid was gonna practice regardless.
Yeah, but maybe it was early. I don't know. That's rough, man. Look, that's a tough picture to look at. My man going back out knowing he got a whole nother year journey. That's crazy.
Yeah, they had a lot of issues at the running back position this season. The backup before all this was Miles Sanders. He's on injury reserve, and then a guy who they primarily sometimes play him. He's more of a punt returner. And that's Raheem Blackshear. He hurt his chest yesterday against the Eagles, so he's gonna miss some time. So the possible person up for that team is gonna be Mike Boone playing behind.
Kind of just seems like God is taking them now. Like he just won't let nobody stay on that field that they haven't traded yet. So rough.
Rough situation.
Yeah, it is rough.
God take it for the Panthers.
Let's look some more at some injuries here, man.
I'm mad this wasn't Simpson graphic, but okay.
Hey, look, I can only do what I can do. All right.
He's like, really complaining? You ain't do shit. You complaining?
Almost rushed the QB for the
so Derek Carr went out with a hand injury, also a concussion. Honestly, bro, it was a dumbass play by him. Like, what the hell
Carr?
Air for?
No, Dale. No, Dale. You can't. No, Dale. You can't have it both ways, Dale. If we're playing to win the game, if you're playing to win the game, you got to do whatever you got to do, and that's what Carr was doing out there.
No, you are a quarterback.
Like they were trying to win it all.
My man, not only playing for it all, like they're playing for it all. He's playing for. You got to realize he's playing for his job security ultimately in New Orleans. So and then the fan base and everybody else in the stand-ins and in the life that the Saints possibly still can make the playoffs. He's out there giving it all he can give them. And hey, bonehead play or not, man, it ended up a bad decision for him. Did he get the concussion injury on the same play as the hand injury?
Yes, because he came down on his hand, and then he came down on his face.
Now that's loud. That's loud.
Dale, get him, Dale. No,
trying to jump over somebody that was standing up.
Chiefs Kingdom.
Get him, Dale. Look what your compatriot is saying.
I understand this. I get this, but listen. The coach says he's week to week. He's week to week. That's it.
Where is the Bobby Sucks background now? I don't understand.
So there are also some people out here saying, "Hey, we should play Rattler." Listen, it don't matter who we play. All right. If it ain't Carr back there, it ain't looking good.
How you doing, Ashley?
Besides the fact the Saints didn't get the win yesterday, thanks to a block field goal, beat the Giants at MetLife.
Yep.
Ashlyn, our favorite hater / Chiefs fan.
Shout out to Ashley. Shout out to the Chiefs, man. Keep grinding out wins, man. What can you say about them? If they would have lost all the games that they grinded out to win, they would have the second pick in the NFL draft coming up this year projectedly. But they have not. They have done justice in a one game. They go out there and
they got 1-5.
Yeah,
1-5 is that dude.
Yes, he is. I agree, Jake.
Quarterback J.C. Horn has a groin injury. Wide receiver DeMarcus Robinson, AC sprain.
After a big catch.
Yeah, big catch. Running back Bucky Irving.
Thanks for that, injury. Bucky. Lucky I still won.
I appreciate that, Bucky, because you've been stealing all my points from White. Quarterback Aiden O'Connell has a knee injury.
Went out in the air cast, man. Damn.
Air cast, yeah.
Is it the second injury this year?
Yes.
Yeah, the other one wasn't major though. This one looks like air cast. That's usually bad.
Yes. We'll get more information about that later.
Yeah, absolutely.
And running back.
That's not how that goes. You rather an ugly win than a pretty loss. Why would you want an ugly win over a pretty win? Pretty win means you win by a lot.
That's not correct.
Figure it out, Ashley. Figure it out.
You would love those wins. I would. Isaac Guerrero, what? The 49ers just got the job?
He just got the job.
Yeah.
He got a foot sprain.
No, wait, well, hold on. He didn't just get that. I mean, he kind of just got the job.
Yeah.
My man on the 90
It's
day.
not really the job when
day,
like
bro.
everyone else dies. Then you're just the only one left. Like,
He on the
it's
90
not
day,
really-
Will. My man on the 90 day, he
It's
got
a line of succession.
Yeah, well, he's already out, so that was quick, short-lived. He had a
Damn
good
it,
game
Cooper
though.
Rush. He threw an interception.
Yes, he did.
Damn it, boy.
Of course,
Cooper Rush out here.
man. Of course he
He out here,
did.
he out here throwing picks against the historically worst defense we've ever seen.
It's terrible.
Come on, man. Dang, Cooper Rush.
All right, so this is injuries. What we got next? Something about the Simpsons. No, I'm kidding.
All right, so let's get to that overreaction. And since my team was the only team that played, this is all mine. So the Saints went to New York and freaking beat the Giants 14-11 in an absolute terrible game. Oh my God, that game wouldn't end.
Oh my God.
And
Oh my God!
Then to top it off, Derek Carr does some stupid crap. He tries to jump over people, lands on his
Tried to win.
hand
He tried to
and
win.
face, and gets a concussion and broke his hand. And now he's going to be out this coming week when we need him
For
versus the Washington Commanders. You know, we could have used our number one quarterback, but no, he wants to try to do Superman stuff. And there you go. Now you get to be out another week. He screwed our season. Who's making a comeback? We have freaking gained the game on the Falcons because the Falcons suck. We'll get to that later. We had gained the game on them. We're going to be fighting for this damn division. And now it's like we really don't have much hope, man, because now you're going to have a backup quarterback in there, and along with these other backups that we got. And it's just not where you want to be when you try to make that push, that playoff push that we was hoping we could make.
I hear a bunch of tiny violins.
Yeah, whatever little noise you had in regards to the Saints possibly making it, yeah, you're right, Dale. It's over now with the car back in the shop. This is not the first car. The car's been in the shop this season. And it sucks. Because I don't want to down your hopes and dreams, you know, and that shitty-ass division that y'all playing. And we don't want to do that to y'all, but you don't got Carr. You don't. I said it earlier to you. You don't got Taysom Hill. It's over. You got your two dogs are out. It's over. It's over. Come sit with us.
Oh, we're going to get to that too. We're going to get to that too. Trust me.
Come sit with us.
All right. So let's get to our worst quarterbacks of the week. And once again, my worst quarterback of the week is none other than Kirk Cousins, who's had 8 interceptions the last 4 games. He get paid a lot of money, y'all. And y'all here playing like this. Ain't that something else? Don't you got a lot of stuff to say about that, Will?
What? That Cousin sucks? He's awful.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
That's right. Let's talk about it.
We
talked about.
We talked about earlier.
What you talking about? He's whack.
We talked about the young.
You gotta
man.
know who we doing.
Talk about the young man in Brooks earlier getting hurt, and whose decision was it to kind of throw him in? But this is completely different because there was money given to Kirk Cousins. You know, when he got hurt the season before. He's coming off an injury. You give him that
problem.
That automatically means you're in the fire. Like you're in the fire now. So you get that money flow. They're not letting you recoup on that. What I see from Kurt is he ain't recouped from that injury, dog. It looked good early, but it just seems like it never really went up. It had some medium volume games, some decent wins, But in all, this is not good, man. This is not good, and the only reason why they are, and I think they should switch QBs, keep him, because they still feel like they're in contention for this division, which every team feels that way. You know? And 8 interceptions over the last 4 games, Kirk, man. We talk about you know, you can't get it done in the big games. But in games like this here yesterday, man, you went back to the crib and you stunk it up, bro.
Yeah,
and the
he's
guy
not good,
on
man.
the other side, your replacement, a guy that people been dogging for years,
Yeah.
had 5 of those things on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you deserve the worst QB of the week,
Oh, I see what you
undisputed worst QB of the week award.
Yep. And really good segue there too, because the best QB of the week
Yeah, for sure.
happens to play in Minnesota. His replacement threw 5 touchdowns, including
You see
one
that
right
one though?
there.
There was a man on the ground, a man 20 yards away. Like, what even is this? But
wide open.
I still give him credit because like he had to rush out of, he had to like make moves in the pocket to get to this.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what is happening in that secondary? Where I know that there's 2, I don't know if they're healthy, but I know there's 2 Pro Bowlers out there in the secondary in Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates.
Yeah.
So
I
I don't know.
This is what happens.
Actually, and AJ Terrell, they should have a good secondary. What's
AJ
happening?
Terrell, that's right. Pay him a lot of money.
Nah, this is what's going on. In the last, like 4 games in this stretch,
They
this bad
can't.
stretch in a sense for the Falcons. We know it's offense, we know there's defense. But when the offense, particularly Kirk Cousins, is giving the ball away so many times, the defense might just be checking themselves out as well. And in that game yesterday, they were going back and forth. And then there was one point in the game where I think it might have been Addison who was Jefferson that was wide open.
Got 2 touchdowns.
And for a touchdown that was just like inexcusable, like the defense broke down. And it's like, we just mentioned Atlanta spent a bunch of money this offseason on the defense. What's going on? But I'm going to say that Kirk Cousins' performance overall is shredding his team. So you may want to start looking at least at Penix. You got to start looking at Penix. Not, I'm saying you're not going to probably play him. But you got to start looking at him. This has to start being a reality that this may be his job now.
Yeah. But it's the way it sounds like the coach, Raheem Morris, is 100% with Kirk Cousins, period.
Because you can't play Penix. Because one of only 2 things can happen. One, he sucks and you put your rookie out there on a not so great team and you know you fucking scare the bejeebers out of him or ruin him like you have done other quarterbacks in the past, or he kills and now you have $180 million in the bench. You can't do it.
If you're the coach, you believe in the team you built. You believe in all these weapons you went and got.
Yeah, but it's also you believe you believed in them. Now you see what the season is and you're like, all right, yeah, we're okay. Not great. We're not a great team. I think he can go. I think he can actually play well, and that's the other thing. Then what if he plays well? You make the playoffs. I mean, yay,
good.
Okay, but then what do you do with $180 million Cousins next year because he's still there?
Hey, that's a problem that you knew you were going to have anyway.
Not necessarily, because if we never see him play, we can't be like for sure he's better than what Cousins is going to give you. You can't.
No. I mean, you knew you're going to have Cousins next year.
No, but you didn't probably think that this was going to go downhill this quickly, like
right.
Yeah.
You were going to have Cousins next year, and the whole plan was to be playing Cousins next year, not to have Cousins next year on the bench with a clipboard. That was never part of the plan ever.
I mean, look, I would hope that you would want your second-year quarterback to push Cousins at least in the second year.
He's a rookie, isn't he? Rookie.
I think I think the second year. I think honestly, I agree with you in the sense, Dale. But then you're like, why the high gamble though?
Right.
Because we know in the second year is going to be more of a competition.
Yes.
Even if Cousins is still the
Otherwise,
starter.
you don't draft the quarterback in the first round. If you don't think
agree
he's
with you.
a
I agree
starter.
with you. You got a little bit of agreements from me, you know, in the
No,
segue.
but see, that's the thing, though, that like they knew at the beginning. That's what the whole hubbaloo was about. Because you did draft the quarterback.
We know he's a rookie. You said next year. We're talking about next year.
Oh, it'll be okay. So next year it'll be. But like,
we know he's a rookie.
But it's not. Even though it's a quarterback drafted in the first round, it's not your typical quarterback drafted in the first round because he was not drafted to start. Not right now. He wasn't. That's why you drafted him after paying a guy $180 million. If Penix was to start, it was supposed to be in 3 years when that contract's up. Wasn't supposed to be before then. And if you do it before that, they can't cut Cousins. 65 million dead. Teams already got holes everywhere. You can't sit him on the bench. You got to play him. You just got to deal with it.
You can redo that contract.
You
can redo the contract and trade him. Like that's not impossible. Somebody's gonna want that quarterback.
No matter how you do it, though, the dead money you're still probably gonna get killed on.
You have to eat some dead money, but you don't have to eat it all. Because I'm saying you're redoing the contract.
But Pete, so you cut it from 60. Let's say you can get it down to 40 that you have to eat. So 5 years removed from doing this with Matt Ryan, you're gonna do it again? No, can't do it.
Okay.
Can't do it. Teams got too many holes as it is. You need that money for building that roster. You can't just eat it. Or you're gonna send your guy out there to a shit team, and then what's the point?
You're gonna get something back in the trade. Like you're not just giving him up for nothing.
I mean, what, a draft pick? Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know what trade looks like. I mean, it could look like.
I'm just saying you're not going to get a lot.
It could look like picks. You know, whatever you come to agreement on.
Penix was drafted exactly. Contingency plan. Penix was drafted in case Cousins got hurt again. In case the Achilles didn't hold up.
That's the Achilles, right?
That's it. That's the only reason he was really drafted. And then also for the future, if he's good enough, if he looks like he could pan out, then we'll play him when it's time. Look, you play him now, that's cool. I'll be wrong, that's fine. But watch, if they do play him, how fucked up the whole situation ends up being.
Right. I think it can lean into like a second, like next season kind of thing where if Kirk continues to struggle, then you can enter him. Now is year 2.5 at that point, and the 3 years is definitely coming close. So you can play him now.
Because then 100%, because then if like around week 8 he still sucks next year, then you're like, all right, cool. Put in Penix, let him play out the rest of the year. And then at the next year, you can get out of that contract. That's 1 year left. You can get out of that with lower.
Why is it such a bad situation right now?
It's a bad situation right now because
they suck.
It's a bad situation right now. It's a bad situation right now because when you look at it, like we see, what did Matt Ryan when he went to the Colts? What did he get signed for?
I forget, but it wasn't great. It wasn't.
It wasn't. No, the quarterbacks that the Colts get, for instance, because the Colts did the same thing, kind of like trying to ban a QB. They didn't spend much with this Atlanta team.
180. You can't.
They split that. They got to at least spend 2 years on that. You got Deshaun Watson right now. You're just Deshaun Watson right now. You have to eat it into somewhat. The rat or mice nibble through the shit. And then you're able to let free in a sense, because then you got to get the exterminators and get everybody to get that shit out of it. But
now, if the next 4 games he goes 8 to 12 touchdowns, no picks, which he could easily do. What time of the game? What time of the games?
Oh, what time are the games? We know that Raiders game is a West Coast game, so we know that's probably like a four flip. The Giants is probably like a 1. Commanders, I can see that being flexed. I can see that being flexed to like a 4.25. And the Panthers might be like a 1 game.
Maybe, but that game has playoff implications for both.
Might be a Sunday night game. Could be. That could be a flex of Sunday night game. That could be either Washington's chance to get in.
He said Raiders is Monday Night Football as of now.
Oh, it's Monday Night Football. So that's damn. Kurt at prime time. Oh Lord, we're gonna X that game out, fellas, because we know how.
Yeah, it's probably a loss and a bad game.
So pretty interesting, man.
Yeah, I just don't see it being like a terrible situation if you put the kid in right now. It's not like he's playing with, wide receivers you just signed off the street.
Is it no?
Name
From
them.
a Atlanta standpoint,
Hold on.
Name London, McLeod,
Getting rough.
Pitts,
McLeod. Oh, that's a guy you got to go and play with.
Mooney from Tulane.
Mooney's their star right now. Mooney.
Yeah, I'll take all three of those guys. I'll take them all right now.
And
MVS.
And
it's all three of our receivers.
If your team was healthy, none of them would start. So cut that out.
MVS. It's all three of our receivers.
We had some other.
You hate MVS now, you?
I'm just saying that's all three of our receivers right now. That's all we got, bro. So yeah, I just don't see it as a terrible situation. But look, maybe you're right. Maybe that's the reason they drafted Penix in the first round. I honestly don't think that's a great idea if you're trying to win a championship, but whatever. They're the Falcons. Do more dumb things. I like it. I love it. Keep doing dumb things.
Yeah, they'll keep losing, get a better pick than you.
Great. All right, let's talk about this. The Lions go for it on 4th down, tied, game on the line, when they could have just kicked the field goal, but they just went for it, got the first down, bled the clock down, and then kicked it.
So we're talking about this again? I've already told you.
Yes, because it was Thursday.
Hold on. This is what he does. I know they're trying to fry. I know they're trying to fry my man on the week of his birthday, but this is what they used to do to the Cold Crush man right here. This is what the Lions said they were going to do. The Lions said, for everybody that clowned us in the past, we gonna make y'all pay words. And that 4th down against the Packers in a pivotal division game that, they could have kicked the field goal. We're going to stick it in y'all faces. That's what we're going to do. We've seen this numerous of times with Dan Campbell and this Lions team. He went for the Price is Right spin. I'm going to take a spin at that. I'm close to 100. I'm going to go get that. I ain't mad at the Lions for it, man. Shout out to the Lions, man. That's what separates the weeks from the opposites, man. Real talk.
How many times?
On like 18, bro.
How many times? How many times do we come in here and do a podcast, do a show, and talk about a team not playing well or they can't get it together because they don't have an identity? This is the Lions' identity, period. And I don't understand why everybody wants them to change. It's working. If it ain't broke, why are we fixing this man?
We gonna say, and this is the thing people don't realize. For how much misery the Detroit Lions have been, though they've had some solid teams in the past, it's house money, Dale. That's what I'm saying. Money. It's house money.
You know what happens if he doesn't make it there, they lose the game? First of all of Detroit is fine because we used to losing. It's just because we're winning now don't mean we got that out of our system. We know what it's like to lose, but they're still happy because this is a game the Lions would have lost back in the day. They would have still lost not trying this. So now they're like, look, we're gonna live and die with how he wants to play. And this is what I love what Dan Campbell's doing. He's my favorite coach in the league right now.
I was on that the game last year against the 49ers. We were all like debating on it and all that. And I kind of had my stance like, I didn't really have a stance on it because at the end, it's football. I'm a guy, and I'm going to bring it back to a few years ago when we lost to the Packers in the playoff game with Dak and them the first time Aaron and Dak played in the playoffs. And I felt like Romo was still on the bench. And to me, I'm like, Dak hasn't really been it in the season. Romo, use all 53 of your guys, even if you don't use, even in a situation though, because remember, Dak played bad early. In that type of situation, you got to play all your men. You got to play all your chess moves. You got to do that. I feel like in the sense of Dan Campbell, there's certain games where he feels like, hey, I'm at a casino. Mind you, he's not a coach that was a guy that was a great player and then became a coach. This went from the mud.
Let's so
his way to the highway. And they're giving him that because they're doing better things that they were doing before. He has great keys to general motor vehicles right now, and he's touching whatever whip he wants to in Detroit, Michigan, and riding around in them because they love him.
Thank you for allowing me to get that off my chest. Bobby, you're always welcome here. The chat's basically yours on most nights. it's kind of just your sounding board. We're here to help.
And Packers fans, we want them to stick it to the Packers. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, we were happy that it happened. Shout out to the Packers for coming out there and playing a great football game. It was a great Thursday night game. Shout out to Thursday night games.
Thursday night games ever.
Shout out to Thursday night games. Shout out to Thursday night games this year.
There've been a couple this year. I told y'all last year, after all them stinkers we had for 2 years, there's no way that Amazon was gonna allow that shit to happen. They were like, no. Yeah. Give us some games or we're fucking done. and so they got a couple bangers this year. And honestly, I feel like Sunday nights kind of suffered. They took them from Sundays because they couldn't take it from Mondays. Mondays was already turning into Thursdays with how bad the games were. So they had to take them from their best product, which was Sunday night games. And we've had a few stinkers in the Sunday night slot, but you know what? I'll take it because the first game of the week has been popping so far.
This is crazy. They have hit on these games. They really have. I'm looking at them. These games right here, besides the stinker in New Orleans, pretty much every game. Oh, okay, Aaron Rodgers' game against the Patriots. There was only 2 games that have been flips. You know what I'm saying? Every other game's been reasonable to watch. And you got 49ers and Rams this Thursday. And then you got Chargers, Broncos the week after that. Playoff implication game. The game
for both games. Playoff implication for both games. I love it.
They're gonna flex the last Thursday game out. I think Prom's gonna pay $1 to try to get a potential pivotal game on that Thursday.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Because it's the last Thursday game. I mean, Seattle is going to be playing for playoff, but they play the Bears. So let's see what happens.
The networks come back to the table and they bid for the first right to pick games for a certain week. The NFL cashed another check.
Look, I just know the last meeting they had before the schedule came out was like, we're not playing that shit. Straight up.
We definitely
not this year, not again.
They have to hit somewhat silver in this case, man. But they ain't hit all the way gold yet. We'll see what next year's schedule will look like.
Them first 2 years, people were canceling Amazon Prime for that shit. That's how bad it was. Why did I even get this? For what? What are these games? We had like Jets. A lot of Jets games that first year when they weren't even good. It was still Zach Wilson. For what? For what?
NFL selling the same product 30 different times.
Oh, yeah. Repackage and sell the Jets every time.
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
You want some Panthers love?
Crazy.
We'll give you Panthers love.
Yes.
You ain't getting a good game.
Bro. You got 10-7 Cowboys right now. Bengals moving the ball at the Dallas 19-yard line.
We're in the red zone. That's my notification.
Oh, Chase with the touchdown. Didn't get it. It's in.
Let's get it. Let's get it. It hasn't happened on my screen yet. Should have happened in like 5 seconds. Let's see this.
Hold on. So what's the? We here. Oh yeah, we at you. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm dead last.
Hold on, you gotta send me this afterwards so I can put it on like my Snapchat or something.
I love that this tanks. That's great.
Did he get in?
All right.
I feel.
Oh,
he got my worst. Yo, you be purposely choosing my worst action shots. This is not okay, Dale.
I love that shot.
This is all for the same podcast.
You can do me better than this, bro.
All for the same podcast.
They're not about to give him the touchdown. About to take the touchdown back to him.
Oh, he got in the bucket and they didn't even score. He looked stupid as shit.
He scored, man.
Oh no!
Chase Brown scored and taking it away, and now he jumped into the bucket. What they say?
Look at that. Look at the hill.
Oh no, he's in.
Oh,
he's in. What?
Touchdown. That's 6.
This ain't even close, bro.
Hey,
celebration.
This is why I hate fantasy football.
Oh, he might be out.
I got Rico Dow and Chase Brown as my last 2 players to kill the playoff spot. And
it's green in between there.
That type of stuff right there can separate it, man. And this is why I don't want to play fantasy no more. I just want to be a solid Cowboys fan. I don't want to care about any players on my rosters. I don't want to care about Cowboy players. I'm sick of it. But yeah, let's talk about this Tank Boy situation with the Saints. Dale, sometimes you bring a lot of this smoke to yourself, man. Even when Unc was doing shows weekly, we didn't really get on him like that. But since you're a football guy and you're really into this, you caused this deal. You caused it for people like me to have this tank and want to shoot at you about once a week. You know, my to the point where I don't even shoot at Patriot fans no more, like that.
How can you?
Huh?
Y'all reverse taking. You can't get mad at us. We doing the thing.
No. I'm supposed to always shoot BBs at y'all. Even when y'all down, supposed to shoot at y'all. I actually, you know why though? Because I got a little soft spot right now for Drake. I got a little.
You like Drake? You like Drake? You like Drake because you wanted him in and he's playing well?
A little bit, yes. I want to get a Dallas Cowboys Drake made jersey because I can get a Patriot one. That's how I feel right now.
Yo, bro, every time he gets hit hard, he usually gets up quick. But if he gets up even a little slow, I got the text with your name like ready to go. I'm about to just like, yo, see, you got him hurt. You think it's a game? You got him hurt. Well, he ain't been hurt, man. He been playing good, man. He stay alive.
Well,
First
I'll tell you what, man.
6, they did not count the touchdown.
The Giants understand how to tank. They get rid of their quarterback and making sure, we got one of the worst ones out there.
They just put in a random Italian and was like, "Dad."
No. There's a difference. There's a difference of
DeVito.
No. The tanks. They're a tank team. That's what the Giants are. They're a tank team.
They've had practice. They've been taking for like 6 years. So maybe more, honestly.
Shout out to Malik Neighbors though, doing some great things with the organization. Shout out to Tyrone Tracy Jr.
Tyrone Tracy, for real,
doing some good things.
He made some money, bro.
Just got to get a QB in there that's somewhat trustworthy to not only the organization but just trustworthy to itself. And hopefully the Giants can turn this around. They are absolute trash mess right now. I wonder how the New York Post is every Monday after the Jets and Giants lose, because it seems like they haven't won collectively as a team in a long, long time. It's a terrible sighting, man. Well, question for the group: what team can turn it around faster, the Jets or the Giants?
I'd say the Giants they got more assets to work with, right? As far as got rid of the money on the quarterback, and they don't have to pay Barkley and stuff like that. They got a decent defense to start off with, defensive line. I believe to start off with Dexter Lawrence, Burns, Thibodeau. I think you got a good start there. So I'd rather be the Giants.
Yeah, and in a sense, I would throw more towards the Giants because of what I've seen in recent history. Who cares about the Jets? Who really ever cared about the Jets? The Jets were in a situation where they could have really did a lot of good things with Zach Wilson not coming back. You inserted Aaron Rodgers, and I don't know why that was done, but I understand it. But when it backfires, you got to hear it. And you backfired twice in a row. Mm-hmm. And it's not like you made the playoffs. Like, we can't say this is Indianapolis Colts because the Colts, I believe, with Phillip, made the playoffs. And each time with those QBs that they band-aids, they was a game away from making the playoffs. This team right here, Aaron down this year, last year, and then this year, man, it's just bad, man. And then they tried to rejuvenate like the NWO and try to get old pieces that he was familiar with. Bad recipe for success. We've seen this before, and they got a long off season to really think about what they want to do. Do they want to keep Rodgers? I think they should move on before the fire gets hotter. That's just me. I don't
that's the big reason why I wouldn't want to be dealing with the Jets, because now you're gonna be the new coach coming in, and you got to wonder, okay, who's gonna be my quarterback? Rodgers, you coming back? I don't know. I'll talk to you when I get out the darkness.
There's got a movie coming out on Netflix. Yeah, the career's over.
Yeah,
it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
All right, man. Let's take a quick break, and we come back. We're gonna be talking. We're gonna have a little bit more discussion. And
talk about too. I want to talk about a couple more shitty QBs.
Oh yeah. There we go. All right, we'll be right back.
This is Sheriff Cooter Wilmot of the Boudreaux Parish Sheriff Gas Station Beer Bait Barbecue Barbershop Laundromat Department. Remember our motto in Boudreaux Parish: we will find you and we will tase you.
I am sick of being a meme. All right. I'm sick of it. Sick of it. All right.
Boy.
So right here, we're on the damn white couch. All right, we got FSU, UCLA, USC, FSU, and Mississippi State all standing behind us, getting ready to pounce on us. On
Going
the white
to work.
couch. Yes.
Blowing our
All right,
backs.
now, if you didn't know, LSU has lost the last 5 openers. Yes. Lost the last 5 openers. All right. And that's what that meme represents. I'm sick of being a meme.
Watch the SEC Pub Wednesdays after the Parlay Perspective on BS and Beer Media, or ST.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
We're back.
We
It's
are back.
14-10 Bengals. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go before a half. Looks
The ball
like
to the Bengals.
the Bengals just got a sack, and they're going to punt the ball back to the Bengals. Yeah, they were talking about the Bengals.
The defense look like the best
coming
defense
into the
in league.
game.
Yeah,
They're showing up so far.
Mickey Mouse plays happening, going on. Simpsons plays going on right now, I should say. That's the team tonight. But keep playing, my boys, to the final clock, you know?
Yep, for sure. All right, man, let's get back into our discussions. Hard Knocks. The AFC North Hard Knocks has premiered. And I watched the first episode this morning. Thought it was pretty good. I like getting to see more of the week preparations from different teams, seeing what the coaches in there talking about. It's cool how you go right there to Pittsburgh. Coach Tomlin's in front of the team, talking about, hey, Cincinnati's in their room right now, and they're talking about XYZ.
And then
you go to
him
Cincinnati.
him talking in it. They did it perfectly.
Yeah.
Hard Knocks had fallen off. People were stopping watching, and they are fully back with this series. This right here is crack. It is seeing, and like I said, I think they picked the best division in football. I think, in my opinion, historically, just the best viewing I've seen in football is that division, from a division standpoint. And then because they play smash mouth, like hard-nosed football, everybody gets lit up, no prisoners taken at all. And they've always been that way. And so, and then
okay.
You learn watching hard. What did he say?
He said, "Hey, he throwing shots at me while you talking, Will." And what are you doing right now?
Real hate for real.
And you learn watching Hard Knocks how these teams get that way.
Yeah.
You see, just even the little, like, you had Tomlin just sitting there with his feet up, opening the bag of chips, and just all right. Will we get into it then? Like, he's a great coach. I see now why they won't fire him, because he's not a coach, he's a culture. He's a whole culture, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he really is. And you can say what you want about whatever their records have been, just barely over 500, like not really competing every year. But every year, this football you can watch, it's good football coming out of that team for the most part. So, it was fun to watch all these coaches. Harbaugh's the same way. Watching him coach his team, clearly it's a culture. It's not just a coach. But on the flip side of that, Zach has his room. He doesn't have the record to show though. So his seat's hot, and it's interesting watching how a man just coaches through that. You got to coach through the fact that everybody pretty much wants you gone.
You know why though?
And that's fascinating to watch.
It's a party over there in Cincinnati. It's a party until the party ends, and the party's going to end, and something sad. Like you said, he got the attention of the locker room, but they're gonna be sad as hell when he's released. And in reality, they find out he should have been released. Man, it sucks, man. But yeah, best division overall in football this year. Most exciting division for sure. You can throw the NFC North up there as well. But one thing I will say about this Hard Knocks going into this new development is they could have bended this. They had a structure where they wanted bum teams to be part of the show. Now, for Raiders nowadays, you don't need that. You have to go into the plethora of organizations. And now the players, we see more of the players now. We're going to see more of the coaches and the people upstairs and in the locker rooms and off the scenes. And I like that for the league. I like that for sports. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a personality. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has, a reason probably to be on TV rather than 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. I like it.
The reason why they weren't as good in the past is two different things about this show than in previous years. One, a lot of teams were saying no. So you can only get the teams that would say yes. So when you that's why in the past you get just the Raiders or the Lions or the Redskins because the teams wouldn't let them in. Like, think about it. The Patriots were never going to say yes to that. Bills all set. Yep. So that's the first thing. The first thing is that they actually and then the other thing is that they let them in deeper. It's not just like practice field. It's not just it's like they're in the this is the meeting room. But they had to figure out parameters and protocol for this because these can't get aired. Not just before the game, but before we play them again because it's divisional. So you really can't air these if you still got that guy on your fucking schedule, of the other team on your schedule. So yeah, they figured this out. It was dope. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, and also seeing the players, volunteering their time, hanging out with kids in the hospital or kids that may have affected them on their journey and all that kind of stuff. Look, we all love to see that kind of thing too, because we only see negative get promoted for the most part, and so this is real positive and it's a good place to display it. So
less gun charges and bar fights and more showing the good things that the league does. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. So I am definitely going to be watching Hard Knocks through the season here, especially leading up to this playoff push and everything like that. It's going to be interesting. So
it's fine. It's fine to have more NFL like.
But you said this week was the first episode, or was it second?
This is the first one.
The first one. Sure? Second one. Yeah, everybody thinks it's on the second one. I think the second one premieres and
it should be like Tuesday or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. That's when it's gonna come out.
Not the only reason because I knew about everything, most of what I knew from the episode, because then I ended up watching it again. But like most of what I had saw, I had already learned from watching podcasts.
Okay.
And they were going over it, but that was like last week they were going over that shit.
Okay, yeah. So it's probably on Tuesday then.
They probably got the bootleg at the crib.
I wonder if it's so it airs Tuesday. I wonder if it didn't re-air Sunday night.
Oh yeah, probably so.
So maybe the first episode was Tuesday, then they ran it again last night. I don't know. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But fascinating.
All right. On the Pat McAfee show today.
Yep. Watch this.
Bill Belichick responded, to the UNC head coach job, that interview that he had, right? And so he basically said, we'll see. And of course, this is very vague because that's how Belichick works,
But here's the thing.
I honestly, go ahead.
Well, the crazy thing he did during his interview is like mid him explaining how, it could be something that I look into, like obviously vague, but in the middle of it just cuts a fucking promo, just straight out cuts a promo about what his program would look like if he was the coach of it. Basically saying like, basically saying like, maybe it is UNC, but if it isn't, whoever's out there, this is what it's gonna look like. And he went on to say that I'm gonna do he's like, I'm gonna have my program is gonna be not just a program to get you ready for the league, but specifically that, but also just get you ready for life. Because not all of y'all are gonna play football after this. Some of y'all are gonna go off to live a life. He's like, we're gonna get you ready for that too. If you go into the league, we're gonna have you ready. He's talking about diet plans, like all nutrition, everything. And he laid all that shit out in a pro. I was like, yo, it's the most information I've ever seen come from Bill Belichick willingly. Like that he wasn't asked the question really. He just went in. Yo, it was solid, man. I think he's ready for this college situation.
That tells me a lot right there, what you just said. Because when I initially saw UNC talk to Belichick, I'm like, oh, he's just doing him a favor. But no, he don't want coach college ball.
No, he wanted. I think it turned him off. How he kind of might have got the Atlanta job, and then somebody stepped in and took that away somehow, and then they just cut off, like everyone else kind of cut him off. I think that rubbed him the wrong way a little bit. And I think he really does still want to coach. So when we're sitting here like, what does Bill want to do next? Well, that's the answer. The answer is he really does want to coach. And I don't think he cares if it's league or college.
Yeah, he took his lemonade for a year, and now he can go out and he still has a resume for a lot of teams. May not be NFL, but now we're in the college platform. And he asked UNC, can my son be the coach after me, basically? Like, there was that too. He was doing things.
He didn't ask anything.
Well, he said that better happen. It better happen.
He didn't ask anything. If he gets the job, that's part of his deal.
Yeah. So
boom, bingo. Okay. That clears it all up now. That's the reason why he wants the job.
No. I think, like Will said a couple minutes ago, he's laying the platform of how he wants it. So say if he doesn't get the UNC job, he's gonna go with that offer to whoever else school wants him. And you gotta remember now, it's extra clip money now. It's extra clip money. And he's a guy with a resume already just in the league. My man's campaigning.
It also looks like he wants a school with high academic standards.
Yes.
Because UNC,
they do have
it's not an easy school. Like you come out of UNC, most of them dudes know something. Like they can do something besides just play football or basketball or whatever. But also he then went on to break down for like 5 minutes both the differences and similarities of basically coaching and GMing in both leagues, whether it's college or NFL.
True. I told you this the other day.
When he broke that shit down, at first he was like, yeah, there was a lot of differences, but then the rest of his shit was like, but there's plenty of similarities. And he's like, and here they are, and here's how I'll handle these things. Yeah, it was quite the promo. I was just shocked. I was like, holy shit. That's like, because that didn't sound like a man who was just like, I don't care if I get it done. No, that sounded like a man who was like, hey, yo, I want to work.
Right.
And you got a great coach with a great resume. Sign me up. But my son's coming with me. And he's taking over when I leave. That's the deal.
Into an ACC where you can become the prime rib in year 2.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When you become the team country, and then you got Bill Belichick right behind you. Like, who's coaching this team? Bill Belichick. And like I said, then the GM wave now of college sports. Yes. With Woj going to St. Bonaventures, and then Andrew Luck recently grabbing the GM job basically of Stanford football, you know? So I feel like that's going to be a new little tidal wave that some of these people, like, look out in the future for like a Nick Saban to kind of maybe take a job like that. Like, that's going to probably be a new wave that opens up, man, for a lot of coaches that may be.
I hope you're wrong, too. Because I am loving Saban's post-coaching career. Everything he's doing has been amazing.
I like
it. He's on fire. He breaks it down. They got him like laughing and making jokes now in the Pat McAfee show. I've never seen that in my life. It's crazy, bro. It's fun to watch, man.
I mean, look, same thing. Him, McAfee, and Belichick too. So
same thing.
McAfee gets everybody, bro.
Yo, McAfee, you can't be serious around him. He won't allow it.
You can't run away from the cameras no more, man. That's the thing about life. The cameras are rather negative or positive. You can't run away from these cameras no more, especially post-career now. Like, I feel like a lot of famous people they want your post career so bad. They want, like, when you go, like, they want to just give you something. You know,
people don't adjust. People don't adjust well, but the ones who do, there's plenty of business out there for them.
Well, listen, y'all remember, but when the year started, we had coaches leaving college, head coaches leaving college for the NFL to take a coordinator job or whatever.
Mhm.
And the idea and the thought at that time was the college game coaching is such a grind. It's 24/7. You got to recruit freshmen. You got to re-recruit your own team. You got to hit kids up in a portal. You got to do it all again. It's nonstop.
I don't know if he'll be able to do it because it's going to be a Herculean effort.
Yes.
But one of the things he said in his promo, though, was basically, I'm going after guys who want to be here for this specific reason, who want to be here because they want to go to the league, who want to be here to play football. And I know he's kind of overlooking the money part, but he knows how the money part works because he's had to sign guys. So he knows how this goes. Also, there's no better way to get North Carolina boosters to throw money at the football program than bringing on the greatest coach to ever live, basically.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good way to get that, to shake them money trees, as Dale likes to say. I think with that, I would not be surprised if we turn around in 3 years and a Bill Belichick coach college team has the least players leaving through the portal.
That would be surprising.
It would, because of the way he is. It's going to be tough. He's going to have to figure out, because you can't be that zero fun guy in college. It's not going to work.
Yes.
These are kids. These are children.
Yeah.
They're children. So you got to be able to connect in some way. Now, hey, he fucks with Pat McAfee, so that's going to help.
Maybe McAfee joins the staff.
No, look. That'd be hilarious, but Pat wouldn't leave what he's doing if you gave him all the money in the world right now. He is having the most fun. You know those kicks for the money that he's doing? That's his money, though.
Yeah, and then he goes in his off there. He goes, swings to WWE to sign another contract with WWE. He's gonna be the big part of next year, January through April. He's gonna be part of that. And I say, just from the standpoint of, say UNC is like bowl eligible or like in the big games, just bringing him in as like that type of guy.
Hey,
like,
it's huge.
He ain't gonna leave me. He definitely ain't leaving ESPN for that. Hell no.
You'll get more Yeah. Oh yeah. Nah, Pat's having too much fun.
Well, we're gonna see how many UNC games on that with game day.
ESPN. They'll be on.
Around the
if
world,
he's coaching,
they'll be in UNC like 2 times.
If Bill's coaching, they'll be on. Trust me, they'll be on.
Okay, at the half, 17-10, Bengals in the lead here.
We are gonna be waiting to see that powder baby blue cutoff hoodie, man. We got to see that.
This is crazy, dog. I'm gonna have to buy a UNC hoodie.
What are you, a Belichick fan? What's happening right now?
No. UNC blues, powder blues, fire.
It's fire. It always has been.
In the sense of, damn, I may not have to do that. I'd rather go Cowboy Drake May than Belichick.
You came up the same era I did. Yo, how badly did we want either the UNC shorts or the Georgetown shorts? Those were the most fire shorts. Those were the most fire ones when we were younger. Everybody wanted those shits.
If you go on Slam, Slam actually has some retro shorts of like a whole bunch of teams from like different years. You can catch them right actually in the holidays. They might have some fly ones.
Man. Them Georgetowns are crazy.
Yep. They got all types of retro old shorts, man. I'm like, yo, crazy. Like, I'm just looking at the teams of that era, those teams, and like the wave and how the kick game started emerging in the jersey game and the short game. It's just dope.
Yo, I had the UNC powder blue shorts, and then I grew way the fuck out of them, and I kept wearing them like Jordan did under my other shorts for mad long. It did not matter because it was a Kevin Honan lead, but I still wore them shit. Kept wearing them some bitches. Wore them shit like boxers under my shorts.
That's great.
You gotta live it up. I thought I was MJ. 5'8" MJ. That's what I thought.
Some quick signing news in the league. Steven Nelson comes out of retirement. He's gonna sign.
Why?
With the Chiefs.
He's 1,000.
Well, the Chiefs want him. He's gonna sign with the Chiefs.
Oh, that makes sense. He played there, and they need help.
3 years ago today, we want to send our condolences out once again. 3 years ago, we did lose Demaryius Thomas at the young age of 33.
Ooh, yeah,
That's
that was
very
bad.
nice for Demaryius. And the Packers have signed Michael Jordan. Not Michael Jordan of UNC, who was just talking about the
Michael
shorts.
Jordan.
The former Patriot guard who started 11 games for them.
Michael Phillip Jordan? No. Shout out to my dog, one of the best ballers I ever played with.
And guys, a little trivia for you guys real quick on this play call sheet Monday.
Right.
Name this player. I'm just going to name the teams he played on. Eagles, Rams, Chiefs, Bears, Jaguars, Eagles, Bears, Colts.
Played all these teams.
He could have been good. I mean, he's a fucking journeyman. Was it Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Not Ryan.
That's what we all think. The journeyman of all journeymen.
This man, the journey. Let's say this. This man journey.
Give me a position.
Quarterback.
Damn. Brandon
Vinny
Whedon.
Testaverde.
Nope.
Oh, Vinny. Not Vinny. Who played for all them teams?
Oh, hold on.
10 teams again?
Eagles, Rams, Chiefs, Bears, Jaguars, Eagles again, Bears, Colts. So he played for the Bears twice and the Eagles twice.
Like, on purpose?
We'll just say at this point, he was the hardest free agent running in the league after he did something that he shouldn't have probably been in position to do.
Hold on. Former LSU quarterback.
He's former LSU?
He's not a former LSU quarterback. He's we'll say he's a former Arizona Wildcats quarterback.
Hell.
What? Arizona Wildcats? Oh, Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
Oh.
Nick Foles is the answer.
That's
Go,
it.
Nick Foles.
That's it.
Yeah. Took me a few hints, but I got it.
Yes.
It's a good one. That's a good one, man.
You know,
all right,
yeah, the Arizona shit. The Arizona shit. That shit. They already downed it. How many quarterbacks they sent? Like one. just him.
It's that time. Let's get to some power rankings. All right, my power rankings for this week. We're going Detroit. I'm sorry, let's go 5. Baltimore.
Hold on, get it together.
Baltimore, Buffalo, Philadelphia, Kansas City, Detroit. That's my 5.
I'm gonna go. Now go ahead, too. I gotta think right quick.
I'm gonna go at number 5. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh at 5. Buffalo's out the top 5 this week for me. Rams are a good team though, but I feel like Pittsburgh's probably just just roster wise the better team. I don't know what Josh Allen can do possibly, but he can do some shit to beat them if they play today. Definitely. I'm not gonna say they wipe the Bills, but that's how it goes. And that's just number 4. I'm gonna go Minnesota. One to pin them at 3 this week. Can't have them jump Philly. Philly's at number 3. Gonna go Chiefs back to the 2 spot. I had them at 3 last week. I'm gonna go Detroit at number 1.
So are we still dinging the Chiefs for
Can I
all
go?
all these games being close?
What do I just not go? I can't go.
Yep. Go ahead, Will.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I got at 5. I have Pittsburgh Steelers. At 4, I got Buffalo. At 3, I got Kansas City. At 2, I got Philly. At 1, I have the Lions.
Okay. So now
I can't pretend like they're gonna be able to keep doing this. I can't pretend like they're gonna be able to keep doing this. Yo, do you know that they've won all these games and lost against the spread almost every time because they can barely win these games, but they're winning them. It's hard, but like, yeah, I think the Lions are clearly a better team this year, and
I think this team.
I think Philly is so dangerous.
They got to knock. This team just reminds me so much of these Patriot teams that people really just be like, yo, how the hell are y'all winning? And the Patriot team, unlike this Kansas City team, would still beat the brakes off certain teams. But then you see games where it was competitive in the sense you're like, this Patriot team ain't how they was last year. They ain't going to win it. And then they end up wiping asses in the playoffs. This is how this Chiefs team looks. They have the coaching resume and the recipes. They have one of the best QB in the game. And he keeps getting weapons back. Hollywood Brown should be back in like 2.5 weeks.
That's going to be huge if he's healthy.
It's a loaded party over there, guys that are unselfish. It's going to be a good ride in the AFC, man. Seen a lot of good storylines in the AFC. And those guys are going to continue to beat on each other. And it's going to be a hell of a playoffs over there.
The reason that I have both the Eagles and the Lions ahead of them is simply now based on this time of year, you got to be a good running team, and I think both of those teams are better rushing teams than the current Chiefs are. They're running the ball. They're putting on a clinic, both of those teams. A clinic at rushing the ball.
Yeah.
But I will say they're having some struggles, like finally. I mean, we've seen it, but nobody wanted to talk about it. But Jalen is really showing why they had to go out and get a Barkley, because you can't rely on him to win games passing.
Yeah. AJ Brown is feeling riff around the locker room. I'm hearing the relationship has gotten sour by the day.
They're like best friends, allegedly.
Yeah, I don't think they was ever best friends. I think that was just something.
Yeah, I thought it was bullshit too.
And now you get AJ the same way you got AJ in Tennessee, and Edge coming full throttle now. This may separate y'all. Y'all may separate y'all from winning the championship, or it may get y'all more together to win one. We'll see.
What's crazy is the more dumb shit that happens in their locker room, the more they win. They crazy. Just keep playing through the shit. Like, they're going to get to the playoffs. Any news story that's harped on, it's not going to bother them at all, because there's been news stories all year. It's crazy how that's happening.
So you're referring to this part from AJ Brown here, right?
Mm-hmm. On the quarterback,
where he had an interview and they asked him, what's going on, what's on what the Eagles offense needs to improve on.
He said
passing.
And then they asked him follow-up questions, and he was like, I don't know. I don't play quarterback. That's what he said. So that got kind of crazy.
Yeah, okay. This is the party. Talk about, you got Saquon. Welcome to the party. Broke LaShawn McCoy's record all time for rushing yards in the season as a running back for the Eagles. Shout out to that.
Still on pace.
This is demonism. This is the wide receiver position. This is what it is. It's demonism. Yeah. He's a diva. He wants, and I understand it. No, understand it. It's a guy that's getting paid good money. He's a guy that's considered a awesome wide receiver in this league. I want touches. Now you're in a situation where you may not have the QB that can give that to you, and you have to play the system. You got to come to work every day with a smile on your face and all this and that. But in the heat of the game, you ain't getting no touches. Ain't going your way, and you got to get interviewed after. It's the worst. It's the worst. That's the worst thing as a professional, especially when you're a prime piece and you're not getting the ball. I understand why they do him as a receiver, because we all know, Dale, the hardest position is the wide receiver position. Like, you go out there.
It requires too much. It requires a good line, or at least a decent line, a competent quarterback, and then you got to beat your man. It can't be a great deal. Like, it requires so much. Here's the thing, though. I'm convinced that receivers make so much money because they won't shut up, and everybody just pay him a lot, and maybe they won't cry as much. And I think it kind of works. I think it kind of works until you get situations like this.
This. Right.
I wonder if he's really mad that he's not getting touches, or he's mad because he's not getting touches, and there's like 4 or 5 receivers a lot better paid than him in the league right now, and he doesn't think that they're better than him. That's always the problem with receivers. They're like, guys are getting paid more than me, and the only way I can justify getting that money is give me the damn ball. That's all they can do.
I know. I just think he feels. I just feel like in this sense, I feel like he just wants. He wants the stats. Like he sees. It's not about the money. You go out there. Hold on. We just seen Jamal Chase tonight. He don't have to catch another ball tonight. He gets fed every week. Jetta, maybe not had a touchdown the last few weeks, but he gets fed every week. CeeDee Lamb, don't matter if it's Cooper Rush or that.
He's on the team with more weapons, though.
No, that too.
Yeah.
And then AJ's mad because damn, I don't even got a QB that can give me the damn ball. But shit, even if I don't got a QB, a crazy QB, I still feel like I should get the ball. Right. Like he should be able to get the ball to me. And that's what all those receivers think. Like, I just go into my frame like a TO or them, like, hey, at the end of the day, the quarterback has to be able to get the ball to you, bro. But I feel how you feel. You want the ball.
DK in the same situation.
I'm X.
His brother DK in the same situation over there in Seattle, where Jackson Smith is balling now, and like he's getting mad when he don't get the ball, but he's not giving as much problem. They're also 8-5. Winning helps, but like they're 11-2. AJ, you got to chill. You're 11-2, bro. You got to chill. You got to chill.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, look, they got points because if you don't put up stats when you come to the table, that's what they're gonna talk about.
Look at Bobby getting it right. My exact list. My God, know what he's doing.
They're not gonna talk about the team winning.
I mean, when you're looking at
that's what I'm saying. You're running your mouth and then you're making it more issue. Like, just shut up and play. You'll be fine. Yeah. You're gonna get the ball eventually.
Hold on. This is crazy. Hold on. Yesterday's game. Oh, he had 4 catches for 43 yards. Guess how many targets he had?
How many? 4.
4.
Yeah, that's it. He had 0 at halftime. He had. I looked at my fucking. I thought I was tripping. Like maybe I'm on the wrong team. AJ Brown 0 fantasy points at halftime. I was like,
and that's the reality. No, this is the sucky part, and this is why I'm gonna agree with AJ in this case. The game's getting close now. The game's getting pivotal, and we learn when the game's like that, you go to your dogs. Let's set something up when you go to your dogs like me in the beginning of the game.
It's a new dog, though.
At the end of the game. Maybe.
There's a new dog in town, man. And he seems to be better in his position than AJ is at his. So
he should be less selfish and say, hey, maybe I want a title this year after having misery in Tennessee.
Yes.
And then the way last year ended, Baker ended y'all lives. I think I would want to be more humble, to have a better team around me and try to get to the chip. Like, real talk.
Yeah. Somebody needs to send him a whole package of like video.
Crybabies?
Just T.O. in the Eagles jersey crying. That's it. Just T.O. And be like, yo, don't be this guy.
Yeah.
Don't be this guy.
And Donovan was giving him the rock.
Right.
Donovan was giving him the rock.
But to be fair, he came out on a broken ankle with 4 pins and gave it to my paper.
Hey, he balled out too, bro.
Balled on 1 foot.
Man was.
He was like cutting. And making fucking move. Like everybody gives fucking bitch ass Kurt Schilling the love for the bloody sock. Like, yo, bro had 4 pins playing football, not catch. Yes. Like that was crazy.
Yes. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
And he just needed to bloody up his sock and he'd be infamous.
That was the McNabb throw up game too, right?
His unfucking no shape ass. Man was in shape. The shape was round.
Before the game and shit. Yo, it's absolutely wild.
That's great.
Okay. Why is John Legend on the Manning cast? I couldn't get anybody this week. Why is John Legend on my screen not playing the piano? I don't understand.
Well, that man watch football too, bro.
Yeah, well, he can watch it while playing the piano.
Yo, I want to talk about the like I said, Dale. This is why Dale has hope. I want to look at this wild card race, man.
Stop giving him drugs.
I want to give him the wild. I want to look at this playoff picture. Because like I said, man, season's a few weeks from being over, and in the AFC right now, we know we got two teams that have clinched already in that division. Chiefs and Bills 1 and 2. The season ended today. Steelers would be at 3. Texans will be at 4. We are the division leads right now. The Ravens at 5. Chargers at 6. Broncos would be the last team in at 7. On the bubble, 26% chance to make the playoffs, and that's the Colts. 9, the Dolphins at a 13% chance to make the playoffs. And hold on, let me see if I match.
Shout out to them E's already out of here.
And then you got Bengals still 3%. If they lose tonight, the Bengals have a 1% chance. If they win tonight, it goes up to a 3% chance. They're in 10th. And then you got Browns, Jaguars, Jets, Titans, Patriots, and Raiders eliminated in that case in the AFC.
Draft watch, right quick. Draft watch is like 4 teams like with only 3 wins. My team's one of them. We would have the 3rd pick right now if the season ended.
Out of these teams right here, I don't think any of them. Honestly, I feel like the Broncos. This is the Broncos' spot to lose. Now, if the Broncos the last couple games go downhill crazy, then maybe one of these teams gain a spot. If that was to happen, I think one of the teams that would gain is the Dolphins. To me, I feel like there's still a little bit of juice left in terms of them trying to make the postseason. Now, I'm not saying anything else further than a first-round matchup in the playoffs for them. Obviously, you can't play in the cold. You might end up playing in the cold, and you can't win. But
yeah.
Tua is the QB for them now. And when Tua is in the lineup for them, good things happen for them.
Yep.
Now, that's, I guess, good enough for the football team. And that's what it is. The Bengals, I mean, they're the Bengals. So, I mean, we when they go hot, we want them to stay hot. But in all, the Colts, maybe not. But those are the 3 teams that are still fighting for playoff spots, man. In that conference.
Okay. So the NFC?
Would you guys agree? Would you guys say Miami? Would you say the Bengals? Or would you say Colts?
Colts unreliable. Defense has been bad.
Right.
Yeah, Miami probably has the best chance, which is gross.
Miami.
And then riding in the NFC, you got the Lions and the Eagles with the 1 and 2 spots. Championship game in the NFC we played in Detroit. If Detroit handles business. Number 3 seed would be the Seahawks, 8 and 5. The Buccaneers would be the 4 seed with a 72% chance to make the playoffs. The Vikings at number 5. Vikings at number 5. Packers at number 6. And the Commanders hold that lucky 7th spot on the bubble, moving up to after the Falcons lose and the Cardinals lose. The LA Rams have entered the bubble. They have a 30% chance to make the playoffs right now. Falcons still at 38%, 6 and 7. The Cardinals are 6 and 7, 9% chance. 49ers at an 8% chance. Fucking shitty Cowboys, no chance, but I guess they give them a 4% chance if they win tonight.
Who's the coach of Denver? I hate it here.
Coach of Denver. Why you hate it here, man? It's okay, man.
Because it's Peyton. It should be their coach still. But.
The only team eliminated from the NFC is the Giants mathematically right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that makes y'all worse or better, but it's gross.
Saints are 13th right now, behind the Cowboys.
Yeah, none of that matters. This is what matters right here. This is all that matters.
That's all that
wild
matters.
Card stuff. You can miss me with that wild card stuff.
Oh, so you're trying to win the division? 2 back trying to win this? Yeah, this is awful.
This is it.
2 back trying to win this without their starting QB. It's over. Just call it off.
If the 2 game, hold on, I'll put it like this. If y'all lose this week, New Orleans, I'm gonna say Dale, go to sleep. I'm gonna really tell you that. I'm gonna tell you go to sleep because the 1 game difference, I can still see why we throwing the tank at you and you got the grenades and everything else to retaliate. But after Sunday, if y'all lose to the Commanders, yeah, it's over. It's over. The Buccaneers are fuckers gonna win that division, and you guys
Tank Boys is lit. I'm good with it. Sign of a good fan.
So in all, so we just mentioned the AFC teams that potentially. Yes. I know that we probably all would agree that the Rams definitely can make the dance. They have the offense for it. Defense, hey, do we care about the defense or we care more about the offense?
we should hope that defense could do a little better than
yesterday.
Year, but
yeah, yesterday was bad too, man. I mean, though the Bills gave up 44, you gave up 42. You gave 6 touchdowns to Josh Allen. So.
Yo, Josh Allen is going crazy this year, by the way.
Yeah, he's going stupid.
Also, for everybody who was like, oh, he turns the ball over too much, guys like Dale. It's no coincidence he has very little turnovers this year because they actually run the ball instead of making him do everything. And yet he's still doing everything.
He's still doing everything. What are you talking about?
He's not turning the ball over. Because he doesn't have to do everything. He just is. Also, that play by Shakir, that run up the middle after he caught that slant and just fucking decided he was faster than everybody on that field.
Yeah,
I hadn't seen that type of speed out of him before.
Running the ball and having the ball. I mean, the ball's in his hands all the time because he's a quarterback, but having the ball in his hands more than 6-7 seconds is that's not what they're doing this year. 23-5, that's awesome. At this point, I mean, last year he ended up with 18 picks. The year before, 14, 15, 10. I mean,
14, 15, 10. Those are all normal numbers. 14, 15, 10. That's what.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like
no. The 18 was bad.
Yeah, the league is kind of like in the trend where we see a lot of these stat lines, and a guy would have like 2 touchdowns, and the guy will have 2 picks. You know, Josh Allen, obviously, we know he can bring you a 4-1 game. He give you some 4-0 games. We know that this man's going to make spectacular plays to get those 6s and 7s on the field. We just feel like the usage rate sometimes is the reason why he may go a little crazy on the interceptions. And, hey, it happens to a lot of people. Hey, it is what it is. Peyton Manning, first 3, 4, 5 years in the league.
He had 28 the first year.
28 the first year. Like
that shit got Jameis fired. He got a whole franchise.
So, Jameis 30 and 30. Like, we've seen that. Like,
that was crazy.
Shit. Like, we seen Jameis
30 for 30 is nuts.
We seen Jameis Winston talk about the snowflakes before the game, and he had like a 3-2 game. But at the same time, it's
I love
300 yards. You know, they winning the game. So, I mean, it's kind of like the way y'all want to play the game. If y'all want to play like, damn, he had 4 picks and it was a shitty game, all right. Oh, he had 3 touchdowns and 3 picks, but he threw for 400 yards and he won the game.
There's the piano. He's not playing it, but now look, if you stay under 14 picks as a quarterback, that's a good season. It's a good season. If you just stay under 14. Some of the greatest years of Tom Brady's career, 20 touchdowns, 14 picks. That was like the average for him. 2-1. That's it. 2-1, and you could be the greatest quarterback. Now he went on to obviously do a lot better in other seasons, so that it wasn't 2-1 anymore. But at 2-1, you could win Super Bowls. 2-1 turnover to touchdown to turnover ratio. That's it. That's all you gotta be. I think he's doing all right this year. He's doing great.
Okay, Dallas Cowboys, man, 17-17. Brandon Cooks 3-yard pass from Cooper Rush. Hey, we're getting the 3 games I told you a year that we get from Brandon Cooks. This is game number 2. Shout out to Brandon Cooks. The Tank
he over there sharing live. You tripping. Sharing live. You tripping.
Hey, coach.
You should tank. Hey, when you come join the tanks? You ain't gonna join the tanks? Nah, Dale? Join. All you gotta do is slide over. Hop in one of them tanks. And we'll be good to go. Everybody be better for it.
I appreciate. I like that hat, Dale. Is it cold outside?
It is, Bobby.
Yeah, it's chilly here.
It's chilly.
What's chilly for y'all?
Yeah.
What's chili?
No. What's chili for y'all?
It's like 50s, low 50s right
Fuck out
now.
of here.
Yeah.
She said that's chili.
Hold on, well, you know what I'm gonna call
Chili.
that hat on his head? It's a shiesty.
Shiesty. He's a shiesty.
Yeah, I don't know why the kids start calling it shiesties, bro. For real.
Cause they saw Pooh
No,
Shiesty was wearing them.
They no, because that's the whole common name of the word. They want to be shiesty. That's what they going to do. So you got to keep. Hold on. You got to look. Hold on. Me personally, growing up, I never looked back behind me. But just the fact that these kids be wearing that, and then they feel like most of these kids in their mind feel like they're gonna try me, or maybe I think they're gonna try me. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I like the hat. Hey, I'm just gonna throw a tip out there. Wherever you get your hats from, where you get your hats from, by the way? You like your apparel.
I'm pretty sure I got this one from
Amazon.
Fanatics.
Fanatics, yeah. So Fanatics is one of the websites that you go. Actually, right now, Dale, from you, go to Dick's too. Dick's Sporting Goods. If you go online, it's $20 off 100 right now. No matter if it's clearance or sale prices or regular prices, you get $20 off the car if you spend 100. You know, and for Fanatic fans and all that stuff, they got all types of nice little like hats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
shirts, stuff like that. So you know, you
Bobby,
this
where you get the WWE gear from for sure. So
yeah,
Bobby,
yeah,
this why your team ain't ready.
I'm not happy that they did that.
Really?
I'm not happy, but it's my fault though.
That's cool.
It's my fault.
Why?
No. I'm saying it's my fault.
Why?
Like a lot of the things that's happening in wrestling outside of wrestling is my fault.
What are you talking? Can you fucking get to what you're trying to say?
So basically, I told you I used to do this autograph stuff within the wrestling organization, right? Where I was basically having people that never sold an autograph in their life make money off autographs. So now if you go to all these autograph conventions, they charge the needle for autographs. Like it's crazy to the point where, and I fucked that up, man. I look at that like, damn, we did that. I shit. So I feel like I got a part of the wrestling world, man. You know, though I'm not in the wrestling world, you know. So it's wild.
All right. Well, let's do some shout outs, man.
You said 50 is chilly for y'all. That's why y'all teams can't play up north.
That's right.
Damn, we got shout out now. We don't got no more topics, dog.
We need to get in the dome.
No. I don't understand. We wait till Wednesday to talk about this and dissect this a little bit.
Do some college, yeah.
College football.
Oh.
College football. Hold on. We got to start adding college football to the play sheet too, man. Because this
here we go. Like here's your college football update. Every damn body in the portal.
Everybody in the portal, definitely.
Yeah.
You know, but this is all the weekend.
Everybody, Dougie.
The weekend that it was, Georgia wins the SEC championship. Their quarterback, who didn't play well, is hurt now.
Yeah.
Who?
It's hurt.
Wait, who got hurt?
Who's gonna play? Beck. Carson Beck.
Oh,
quarterback.
Yeah, his elbow got fucked up. He basically caught the Purdy. Same exact way. Throwing, hit right here. That hurt doing that. Damn. But yeah, you old. You can't even act out without getting hurt, bro. That's good. Yeah, he got jammed up. He came back and gave a handoff with a dead arm.
Yes.
So,
for the game winner. In your face. But they handled business. There was really no problems. There was really no problems for me with the whole committee thing with the teams getting in and out of it.
Yeah, my problem is the committee itself. Like, you know, like why do we always need committees, man, for college?
Because we don't trust AI. We refuse. You can put it. Y'all mean to tell me you can get an algorithm that knows exactly what type of food I like, but you can't figure out an algorithm on which team should play in the college playoff?
But for that, we did try this already, right? That the BCS was a machine.
Yeah,
we didn't like that either.
Right, but that's my point. We don't like it, but it don't make no sense. We'll let an algorithm tell us everything else in our life except football games. Like that's kind of crazy. Is all I'm saying. It's nuts. Yeah, how many people? Siri, what's near me to eat? Siri, like we trust AI for everything until it came to who should play. And it can't know. It can't know that. How could it possibly know that? It can't watch football. Actually, it can watch all of football. More than you can watch. Not enough. Doesn't
Right.
matter. Doesn't have any soul. No soul. You can't pick football games without soul, apparently.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. You got first round games. Friday.
Texas slid into
20th.
that fucking fancy spot, that bullshit 5 spot.
Yeah, they did.
Turns out that's not the easiest route, though.
That's not the easiest route, and it's crazy because the way it's bracketed here, Oregon's Oregon's right in the middle of the motherfucking dust right here, man. A potential matchup again with Ohio State, maybe a potential matchup with Texas. And then if Georgia can get there, Georgia possibly did they give the number 1 team in the nation a fair shake?
Right. It sucks.
No, Bobby, this is blasphemous.
I love it.
This is blasphemous. No, this is blasphemous. Because there's no way a 2-loss SMU team. I'm still pissed at SMU. Look, I rooted for SMU all year with Coach. But a 2-loss SMU team is not better than a 3-loss Bama team. It's not. It's not.
No.
It's not.
No.
It's not.
No.
Miami. I feel like Miami fucked it all up. Because all Miami had to do was to continue to win, and I probably feel like there'll probably be one team from the ACC in here. Clemson fucking dabble sweeting themselves with Dabble Sweeney's excellent coaching, I guess, for this game here to get there. And then the NCAA, what they usually do with teams like a Tennessee maybe or Indiana, is they would blame them in a sense for not playing in the conference championship game. They didn't do that.
Yes.
They didn't do that. They kept them as is.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's where Alabama and Miami would probably, maybe one of them would sneak in.
Well, that's the reason why I'm glad they did not penalize SMU for playing in the damn championship game like they did to Georgia last year, leaving them out of the playoff last year. And last year was a mess with them leaving out Florida State, undefeated Florida State, just because their quarterback got hurt.
I also think that Will and Coach got SMU into the tournament. I don't really hear a lot of people speak on SMU, but all the SMU talk
to Jake's comment that Texas got the easiest road, that's debatable. I mean, they definitely got the easiest first round. Well, yeah, probably the easiest first round matchup, unless I mean SMU is facing a team that chokes all the time. SMU has the choker, fucking Penn State. Then they got Boise State, who's probably the weakest of the 4 who got in, who got the bye. So I think SMU has probably.
Oregon gets screwed by having to face the winner of Tennessee and Ohio State.
Yeah, I agree.
That's terrible.
Right now,
I mean,
the team that's in prime position, the team that's probably in prime position, and I'm only saying this based on what I've just heard today. I know Georgia don't need that goddamn quarterback, but we got to look at the last team on this list here. The team that nobody thinks is going to win. But in this kind of situation right here, we're talking about all these other teams. The Fighting Irish are fucking in this BCS fucking playoff. And
yeah, because they keep cheating, being lame, and playing outside of no conference, and they somehow just automatically show up.
I'm excited for it. This is why I want the tournament to happen.
Hey, it ain't gonna be no cakewalk for them. If they get it, they gonna earn it.
Get the SEC bias. What bias? Like, it is what it is. It's a better conference.
There's no bias. There's no
bias. Historically a better conference.
The two best conferences are the SEC and the Big Ten. Like, it's not even close.
Facts.
Yeah, hold on. Y'all got 3. Hold on. Y'all got a basketball school, and y'all got 4 teams in the district.
Yeah, this was the other thing. I feel like the committee's trying to kill the conference games because they basically said they had like their main representative who speaks to everybody on the Pat McAfee show, basically saying, if you don't play this week, like coming into this week, if you don't play this week, then you are where you are. We don't feel like we should be moving teams if that didn't play this week. So basically, playing the conference, there's no longer a benefit to it, really.
Right.
Unless you win it. That's the only benefit, is if you win it. When there's other teams who, like, again, there's like 3 SEC teams that should be in this over Notre Dame, that should be in this over SMU, in my opinion. Like, I just don't feel like they played as hard a schedule. They really didn't.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I thought Ohio State beating Indiana would just drumble Indiana. Tennessee's kind of a team where it's like they've been in the thick of it, throughout the year. SMU, all I know is the two ACC teams is surprising. We only thought there would be one, but the one who we thought would be fucked up. So after that, I don't really care how many teams from that division get in, but there shouldn't be two there.
Bama had 3 losses, right?
Huh? Alabama had 3.
Bama had 3 losses. How did Clemson get over them? They didn't win their conference. I don't understand. Their schedule was
that's an argument.
No, their schedule was nowhere near what Bama faces every year. It's just not.
That's an argument.
Bama's
got a bad loss. That they lost to Vanderbilt. That's a bad loss.
It's not a bad loss. Vanderbilt ended up being a good team this year. A solid team.
They're unranked, bro. They're not ranked. They're not good.
That's fine. They're not ranked. I mean, yeah, they're not.
And they also lost to Oklahoma. Oklahoma is not good, bro.
Yeah, Oklahoma's not good. They also had one of the better wins. I forget who, but
two bad losses on your resume like killed you.
I'm gonna be real. Okay, all right, bet. All right, Clemson won the ACC, but their losses were to Georgia, South Carolina. We just talked about South Carolina. Possibly they could have got in. Georgia, we know where they stand, but Clemson maybe it's just them winning their ACC. Clemson fucked it up by winning the fucking championship game. So yes, well,
so why isn't Clemson hosting?
SMU should have been punished. SMU should have been punished for losing that game to Clemson because Clemson has no business to be in there, but they won the conference championship game.
What, does their conference not get an automatic bid?
Oh,
apparently not. It must be the 4 highest ranked conferences, highest ranked teams in the conferences. That's what it has to be.
I guess the team in Boise State, if a team like that makes the playoffs, they have to have a certain amount of wins, right? And be seeded be ranked somewhere to where they can get a 3 seed, right? That's what we was explaining a couple weeks ago, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's where it all. Boise State basically said, we are not coming up of our rankings. So now everybody else the next best team conference-wise is Arizona State.
Yeah. See, I just think Clemson should be hosting this game as a conference champion.
But it's not a better team than Texas.
If Clemson had maybe 1 loss, maybe 2, then that would be an argument that I can't argue with you with. But because
they'll be over here in the middle, then it wouldn't be over here on the left.
All this BC, Miami allowed all this dumb shit to happen here with Clemson getting in because Clemson shouldn't have been in.
Not a factor. Also, I ain't say it because it's my brother. I ain't trying to create too much smoke with every cast member on this podcast, but I say it when he's not here.
Yes, say it.
Texas ain't played nobody this year. The only 2 teams they played, they won. Texas didn't play nobody. They came in the SEC and basically played the bottom of the SEC. Notre Dame lost to UNI. UNI.
They lost to Northern. They lost to.
So how many losses they have altogether? They got 1 loss.
Yeah, 1 loss.
That's 1 loss.
Notre Dame sucks.
Yeah.
It's wild, man.
Oh, it's the 4 highest ranked conference champions, regardless. Okay. So, because there's more conferences than there are slots, so they just take the 4 highest ranked. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah, and yeah, they're possibly going to change it back to the P5 will get automatic spots. But I know a lot of people big complaining about the automatic spots.
Well, yeah, because I don't think
base it all off the rankings and that's it.
I don't think Boise really. Look, Jonathan had a great season. Their schedule is disgusting. They played no one. Too many teams here that haven't really played a bunch of people.
You got a basketball school here, man, Indiana. I'm going to keep saying it. Hey, yo,
they played no one as well. The only team they played, they lost.
And I think what I said earlier with Will and coaches, the reason why SMU stayed in the in this tournament because they brought the nostalgia and the old SMU talk.
Ponies.
And I feel like a lot of people in this world, when they seen SMU be as good as they are, they had reminiscence of that. I think the committee, a bunch of old heads, had some heart in that. So this is where you say, Dale, why is it still a committee? Why? Because you got a bunch of old people that debating the shit, and then they go into nostalgia, you know, saying SMU and hey, hook 'em, Texas. You're right, Will. I didn't want to say
nobody,
but
they play nobody.
They play nobody. And the team that they did play, the team that they were supposed to get up for, you lost twice to them.
So I think what we're coming to realize is that strength of schedule isn't really considered as much as it should be, or as much as we think it should be. But I guess that's an SEC take.
I mean, look, we say they played nobody, right? But Texas A&M, they went 8-4, right? They beat them.
But okay, so 8-4 is now we're saying that's okay.
It is what it is.
I feel like all these great teams should get a hint. If it's the first week of the season, all these teams as being ranked teams or powerhouses, yes, schedule a bum to beat. Schedule a bum team to give them money to help their schools out. After that, generate the goddamn schedule. Teams should have no extra leverage of making their own schedule. The only way that's happening is in the video game. We love it at home. Here, when shit matters and rankings matter and all that, no. Like you said, well, play the best against the best if you can. If you can generate the
you can complain about their conference schedule, but at the same time, they did schedule Michigan. They didn't know Michigan was going to suck.
Yes, everyone knew that. What? Stop that, Dale. Stop it. Harbaugh left, no quarterback. They started an orgy. They had no shot.
But you don't schedule those games the week after the year of. You schedule those games years.
When they schedule it, like no Harbaugh.
Harbaugh.
No Harbaugh. That's all you need to know.
Scheduled this game, man.
That's not a good game. Who else? Look.
Colorado State. Okay.
Michigan.
UTSA. Yep. Louisiana Monroe. Yep.
Mississippi State. Garbage.
Yeah, that's conference games. So you can't control your conference games. You get what
Oklahoma.
You get. Don't get me wrong. They got a great draw in the SEC because all they had to play was Georgia. As far as like the really tough teams.
Hey, they squeaked by the team you said wasn't good. Vandy beat them by 3.
Yeah. You're right. But Kentucky snuck up on people, right? They snuck up on somebody and beat somebody.
That's what we doing. We're doing sneaky. We're doing snuck up on. We're doing snuck up on. That's what we doing.
Oklahoma snuck up on Alabama and beat them in Texas. Bro, Texas
let's be very, very clear. They had 3 legitimate games this year and lost 2 of them.
Okay. I'm just saying they scheduled these stuff. They scheduled Michigan a long time, and they beat the crap out of Michigan. They did what they were supposed to do.
Everybody did that this year. It's not something you don't get credit for. You don't get credit for.
Ohio State didn't do it this year. What you talking about?
They can't. They suck. You don't schedule a team like you don't judge these games when they scheduled this team, it was a good team. That's not how this works. No, when they played them, they were bums. That's it.
All I know is Michigan beat Ohio State. Oklahoma beat Alabama.
Just means Ohio State's overrated, as is the conference. That's all that means. Has nothing to do.
Kentucky beat Georgia? What did Georgia get? Georgia scare or something, right?
Kentucky beat Ole Miss, which is why Ole Miss is not in the CFP.
There you go. Boom.
Yeah. Ole Miss, who couldn't stop anything. They just were offense. That's it.
Well, I see Ole Miss. I see Ole Miss. I seen South Carolina's QB off rip. Fucking destroy Ole Miss. at Applebee's. I watched that Saturday.
Give me a little bit of defense, coach. Give me a little bit of defense, okay?
Yo, they got the Gamecocks got a fucking like 6'5" guy who runs like a 4.3, but he can't catch and he can't move side to side. He can't. He just runs really fast, really forward.
So can we all say that? Can we all say here, and we have
Pull
to
it back up. Pull it back up.
in his face too.
Oh, I removed it.
We have to let Coach know in his face too that Texas is overrated.
Oh, I'm gonna tell him.
No, I'm gonna tell him too. I felt like that all year, but I'm a BC fan, so I can't really speak. It's like coming into the lunchroom and we know we suck and we talking about a higher prosper team, and I feel like I can't talk about any of y'all teams. But and all that's why
also, Texas, upon having nothing on their schedule, then gets Clemson out the gate. That should be easy. You can't win that game. You don't even belong here. They get Arizona State next.
Yes.
Arizona
bro.
State.
Hey, what's your thoughts about the Arizona State running back, bro?
Oh, he was talking that good shit.
He's talking
or whatever.
He said, I'm the best back in college football. And I ain't mad at him. Show me. Keep showing me.
It's gonna be the next Toby Gerhardt, though.
See, that's where his argument goes. No, that's where his argument kind of goes like down the toilet, and that's disrespectful. Yeah. No disrespectful.
In college.
If somebody your caliber, if you think as a white man that you the shit, I hope you become that. I hope, really, because the way you was balling this year, was you doing that. I hope it translates in the league for you. Because, hey, we seen white cornerbacks this year. We seen the job.
Balling.
Last week, we seen that. We want to see
the exciting whites. The exciting whites in Philadelphia.
We want to see that shit every time. I grew up being a Mike All-Star fan. You know what color he was? He was white. He was killing popping off.
Jason Sehorn. And then we didn't see another white corner for 15 years.
So in all,
white power.
White power. And it's like, hey,
clip it. Clip him.
Like,
get him.
And he's like, yo, I'm playing. Hold on. And he's throwing a shot at Janty for what we just said. The schedule of Boise State is horrible. They play nobody. I'm playing people. I'm actually playing opponents. I'm actually out here every week against prime teams.
Just Bobby, just no passes thrown in this game. Just 40 carries are back. We're gonna win this game 9-6. just straight old school Georgia Tech wishbone wing tee. That's all we doing.
Yes.
I would love it. That'd be fun. But yeah. So Texas gets Arizona State after this, and then if Oregon holds their end up, they get Oregon. If not, they get one of these two sorry ass teams right now who are basically back into the playoffs at this point. It's a bullshit road. It's a bullshit road.
There should definitely be reseeding, man, with these playoffs.
Yeah.
Always reseed, man. That's some bull.
Texas didn't earn a fucking cakewalk to the championship.
Right.
He said, "Oh, I'm getting that time stamp." Yes, white power.
Exactly. I know you can fix it though.
David Duke's cousin over here.
You always expand the playoff. You can always expand the playoff. The Alabamas that didn't get in, the South Carolinas, the Ole Misses, the Boston Colleges. You could always, say bigger the playoff picture.
Yep.
I just told I was loud. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I got you.
I can't tell which mic my computer's using half the time. And if it's not my actual mic, that means I'm just screaming into the camera and I don't realize how loud that is.
No, you're fine. All right.
2017 Dallas. Bengals moving the ball. First and 10 at the Dallas 31. 12:40.
He's trying to go watch this game. He's trying to go watch the Simpsons.
No, I'm not. Yeah.
Was that the final topic for today? Or we got anything else we want to talk about?
Do we have one more on us?
I don't think
know you do. I know you do.
Hey, hold on. Do we got one more? Hey, I just want Snoop Dogg got a bowl named after him. Shout out to Snoop.
A bowl? Oh yeah, that's right. She right. The Snoop Dogg Bowl, something like that. I'm no
Snoop Doggy Dogg Bowl?
Hold on, we gonna go to
it's gotta be that drink they got, right?
If it's just a Snoop Bowl, I'm mad. It needs to be the Snoop Doggy Dog Bowl. Because that's
I'm
the
gonna
whole
tell you what it is right now. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is right now. I was
you with Prime?
Oh shit.
No, Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
Yeah,
it's the Arizona Bowl.
Yeah. 3-4. And it's weird. They have a conference against conference bowl game. BYU versus Colorado. Why? They don't do that in college football. I never see it.
Wait, yeah.
It's a conference. Basically, they place the conference team versus the conference team in a bowl game. They never do that. It's BYU versus Colorado. They're both in the same. They're in the same conference. They're in the Big 12.
Fascinating.
Bill Belichick might take a trip to Fenway for the Wasabi Bowl, North Carolina versus UConn. He may want to go explore the team.
Come on home, Bill. Come on home. Get you a nice press box seat.
As I mentioned,
don't harass you.
BC's in the Moa's Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium. They play Nebraska.
I don't know why that's a thing.
You got the Pop Top Bowl
to play in New York in freaking December or January. Why is that a thing?
Give advantage to the East Coast team, baby. Let's go, BC.
Yeah, figure it out. Figure out how to play in the weather.
You got the Pop Top Bowl, Miami, Iowa State. Michigan versus Alabama in the Wilaya Quest Bowl on December 31st. God damn, Alabama. They expect you to the point where they had you playing Michigan. God damn.
Hey, that's a Florida Bowl.
Hold on. Was that a rematch of last year's Rose Bowl game? Yes. National semifinal game.
I'm just fucking with you. Just fucking with you.
But yeah, we got the Duke's Mayo Bowl. That's crazy. The Mayo Bowl.
That's when they dunked the mayo on the coach.
That's the
LSU and the Texas Bowl against Baylor.
Yeah. Got us against Baylor in Houston.
They got a nice little easy bowl game to market your team. Yeah, see.
Hey, we need to recruit out there in Houston. Come on down.
I'm gonna tell you about the bowl game. I'm gonna tell you about
my Gators. Are my Gators in the bowl? No, probably not.
Yeah, your Gators in the bowl. Your Gators in the bowl. Yeah, you have to top of Florida versus Tulane and the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. I guarantee you got a bowl game out there for you.
Yes. They gave y'all that game. 3:30
Plenty of them.
On ESPN Friday, December 20th. The best bowl game that's not a conference, I guess, tournament type of game, Vanderbilt, Georgia Tech. I'm betting on that game. I'm betting on the almighty over the Birmingham Bowl. I expect fireworks in that game. Fireworks.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Carson just cracked Burrow.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't get the sack though, but
he did.
Hey man,
all right, fellas. Shout outs. Who you got shout outs for?
Touchdowns.
Oh,
shout out to Joe Burrow, man.
Oh, we said what?
Shout out to Joe Burrow, man.
Shout out to Joe Burrow, man. He got a Batmobile. Riding it good.
Third best quarterback in the league.
Third best quarterback in the league.
That was funny at on Hard Knocks, like talking about coming to the game in a Batmobile and
that was nuts.
Batman costume.
Like all these, and it's crazy because like the tier of their team are like guys that are just like, I mean, obviously they have high stats in the league, but they're young. Like, you know, they enjoy their years of like early living along with being pros. And sometimes that gets in the way. Like I said earlier with the party, the coach is on the hot seat. Somebody at that party is going to be on the hot seat. But T. Higgins potentially leaving next year. Well, he's going to leave next year. Teams are going to give him a deal.
What's the bigger flex? What's the bigger flex? Having a Batmobile, or when Danny Granger had a Batmobile entrance, like a Batcave entrance to his home?
Oh,
yeah.
I think the entrance.
Yeah, the whole like the tunnel you come out of, you can't even tell there's a house near there. It came out of like this cut, and then like when you get into the crib, it raises up. The car raises up. It's nuts. That's crazy.
Who's that?
Danny Granger of all
I'm
people.
gonna look that up, man.
Danny Granger.
My first question when I heard that was like, did they kill all the people who built it so that no one could know where it was?
I will look that up.
Wild.
Cade York of the Bengals, the kicker, replacing McPherson. He's the kicker, of course, tonight.
Did he miss
His girlfriend Zodale is a Cowboys cheerleader.
Oh, so the kicker's winning that much? That's crazy. He's a backup kicker dating a cheerleader. They are not aiming high anymore, huh?
Hey, Bobby, they're not only did their starter go into the portal, their backup went to the portal.
What?
They said we're getting the fuck out of Tulane. What's that? The Green Wave?
Yeah, yeah.
Said,
Man.
we gonna Green Wave goodbye.
It's wild, bro. That damn
Yes,
portal,
sir.
boy.
Shout out to the plug, man. Shout out to the people that make this possible. Not only every day, but weekly. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to coach at the Cowboys game. If they don't win, it's because coach is there. And shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight, had some input, had some major input. Bobby, you the man, dog. I don't even need to give you a shout out because you already with the crew, man. You part of the show.
I'm gonna get everybody like Coach do. Shout out to Bobby. Shout out to Ashlyn. Shout out to Jake's bitch ass who should have been on the show.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Shout
everybody?
out to
Like that. Who?
Hold on.
Shout out to them tanks.
Shout out to the tanks. Shout out to the real tankers and the fakers. The tanks separate the real tankers from the fakers. You know what I mean? Shout out to you guys still trying to win with 5 wins. You know what I mean?
Keep hope alive, baby.
Keep hope. Hope's a drug. I keep telling y'all.
It is. It is.
No
She's sexy.
But yeah, shout out to you fellas. Great show, man. Great show.
Chop Up Tuesday tomorrow, man. Hey,
Hurt.
Finally happening. My man's gonna be in the news tomorrow. If y'all don't know who he is, man, tune in to the Chop Up tomorrow night. Yes, my man Jigga is gonna be on the Chop Up tomorrow. So
who is
Jigga.
Oh yeah. We shouldn't really cover that. There's no news yet.
Oh, it will be covered. It will be covered. I guarantee it will be covered.
We're covering nothing. There's no evidence of any kind.
Hold on.
We're covering it. All right.
Yes,
lawsuit being filed. We
are covering it. We are covering it. You know why? Because Hove don't run. Hove stand to fight. Hove's a soldier. Hove been fighting all his life. So what can y'all do to me? It's nothing real to me.
Pito, that's it. Ball game. Pito. That's it.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.